So I just want to point something out. Sean Jong, that is group stalking with this female in this vehicle. They are monitoring me on my phone, and so they're stalking in the path, waiting for me to start recording at 11:24 because they are engaged in federal stalking on the video of the internet. They being the entire population, including LAPD. Jong and his mother, Jong Kim, are going to be deported after they go to federal prison. That they're engaging in what is pacing. These demons start pulling stuff out of the trunk and out of the car once I look out of my window right now. You know this knowledge because they are still in the same parking lot at 6 in the evening, and the fake sun is still over this parking lot, seen through the windshields of these vehicles. The fake sun is over me right now, and I'm going to go ahead and capture that video. These demons know exactly what I'm capturing. They know exactly what I'm stating. They're violent sex offenders, and so they hop out of their car and start emptying it real quick. This third party that's group stalking in the vehicle is group stalking, coming onto the grounds, acting with those that live at the property. Those two are going to federal prison. They're group stalking with the demons driving up and down Alvarado. It's a massive sex offense in the specific environment. So let me show you where is the light source, because at 11:24, which all of the entity that's reviewing my phone knows about the evidence that I already have, and that I continuously expose what is, first of all, the demonic system, speaking to the demon possession of Jong Kim and her son, who are engaging in what is conduct on behalf of the whole. And demon's going to be in relevant position outside of the window for purposes of crawling all around in the engineered light. Okay, that's what they're doing. The moment that I'm moving, which demons know, they begin hopping out of the car and putting stuff on. Oh, I'm loading stuff, I'm moving, we're doing something. They're monitoring, first of all. They're still monitoring. But those demons pick up their activity the moment that I look outside of my blinds. And the demons don't have to look up at me in order to do so. And those are, I'm just giving you the commentary regarding what those demons are doing. That's what the entire population is doing, including those that are the LAPD, who are group stalking and engaging in surveillance in concert with them. The entire population that are the LAPD, who just flew over my apartment moments ago. I started this video at 11:24 because on this day I am at Victoria Gardens and the fake sun is over my head, over the top of my head, and I'm going to show that on video, and then I'm going to do a comparison where you will see the light source in its zenith over the top of my head, over my apartment, which is how you know everything that I just told you about those demons is true, what they know, and then the ongoing explanation for their behavior. Then they start engaging in movement, which is monitoring me still, but demons that are psychopaths, even at this point where your whole criminal system and your demon possession is fully known, and then you're engaging in what is a failed act, like you're doing something else. You're a psychopath by engaging in that. So this is the public safety concern that I'm simultaneously exposing. That mentally deranged state is what occupies the people that are stalking in helicopters, and it's the Los Angeles Police Department, not a law enforcement agency. And Dominic Choi is, again, identical to what is the position of a terrorist leader such as Osama bin Laden. And I use that deliberately on purpose. I know exactly everything that is built into that type of statement. He is engaged in and is facilitating and is fully aware of who I am, and that's why you have a whole department engaging in what is a documented pattern of conduct, which is group stalking in helicopters, okay? And they are crossing path at the front door now to engage in maintenance of the entire property, including Jong Kim and her son, are going to federal prison. This is documentation of what is impunity as opposed to exercising any privacy rights living at a private residential area. This is a facilitating video, and their mother and son, him and his mama, are going to federal prison, okay? So this is the light source that's over the top of my head. They're being sex offenders together as well. That's also what's sick about it. And this is the light source that's right over my head, okay? While you know all that about the specific, you know all of that about the population and about the entity that is the state because of the unnatural environment. So all I'm doing is repeatedly, consistently connecting the dots, reminding you about, remember what you already know about the P.O.C. Now look at what they're doing. So you know with regard to the pattern of conduct, what you are necessarily aware of as you engage in the pattern of conduct, what you are doing and communicating expressly and impliedly while you continue to engage in the pattern of conduct. And all of that is relevant to what is an ongoing, built into a federal prosecution for this criminal act by the government, which is public corruption. And it is I'm establishing what are the grounds for an ongoing enhancement to the charges and sentencing where the population is keeping an American citizen under surveillance as the state is doing, as I'm showing it. This is my apartment, and at 11:24, the sun is not over Victoria Gardens. Any reflection through the vehicles that you can see parked at 1826 Lobdell Place, but that's what you can see there. I want to point out the entity is maintaining the light position, and this is where I've done this exact same thing over the top of my head after 1 o'clock, after 2 o'clock in the afternoon. But yet when I go to Chase Bank at 1600 Vermont Avenue, which is not anywhere in the sky space, all right, it's not going to be facing this direction over the Chase Bank, which it's nowhere near here, and that fake sun remains over me. And that's how you know what they're doing living here, what they're all doing living all around here, and what they were doing as I was on the roads and the highways, and the population was keeping me under surveillance, and they're all engaged in federal stalking. That's the context regarding what I just captured, which is entirely pathetic and very sickening. Okay, very disturbing, in a parking lot waiting to engage in what is the elements of monitoring in concert on behalf of, courtesy of the demons that are stalking in helicopters. And that is, again, Dominic Choi is not different from Osama bin Laden. He does belong in federal prison because of that. Okay, this is the light source that's remaining here for hours, and the light source that's present rising in alignment to my apartment in the morning, and that which is not possibly the sun, a light source that's in the same position over me in Victoria Gardens, that's Rancho Cucamonga, California, and then I walk to the Paulbein Library where it remains over me. I walk out after 5 p.m. And what's the entity doing here? Keeping this light source here, where people can engage in what you saw on video right now, maintaining the elements of monitoring, sitting around being psychopaths, engaged in lying in wait conduct, strategic placement, so they can look like, oh, I'm just walking down the sidewalk, oh, I'm just driving down the street. There are a bunch of demons engaging in surveillance. That's a whole population. Okay, so this is a never before contemplated crime, criminal act, public corruption, and you're gonna prosecute the state and the people from the top all the way down, exposing corruption. And those that are at the top of these, and I put that in air quotes, at the top for the what is responsibility, like any other terrorist organization, you belong in federal prison. Okay, so you have specific knowledge where you're going, where I'm baking. The entity went out of its way to go to where I'm banking. The entity went out of its way to go to where I shop. That was Walmart in Burbank, flying directly over the top of my head. They do this to me at my apartment and at my office every day. Okay, so like I said, not helping the people of the state whose condition and criminal system is fully exposed. And it's also, while I'm at home, it's a sex offense. All right, this is P.O.C. And engaging in terrorism in the U.S. Is going to result in a lot of people going to federal prison, okay, because terrorism is not tolerated in this country. Not only is it un-American, not only is it demonic, it is unconstitutional, all right, and inhumane. It is currently, again, 11:31, and this is P.O.C.